Hello everybody, Momo from the MomoZone. Hope you're having a great summer. Today, I'm going to read you a letter called 30 Years Old and I'm Scared of the Dark. Hi Momo, I've watched your videos in my early to mid 20s. They played a major role in helping me do what needed to be done in order to keep me moving forward. I quit smoking, I stopped using party drugs, no more heavy drinking, no more carbonation. I was drinking 10 Pepsi cans a day, said goodbye to shitty people, moved to a pretty kick-ass city. Quitting this stuff was crazy, but I can honestly say being clean feels so much better than polluting my mind and my body 24/7. Quite a few good things have manifested in my life, so I don't want to sound like a drag in this email, but a new fear has shown up recently. Fear of the dark. Not scared of the dark like a 5-year-old after watching a scary movie. Dark like I can't see the future. Basically, I turned 30 in January. It's messing with me pretty bad. And after a few months of silently freaking out about it, the MomoZone popped into my head when I woke up this morning. I'm 30. My girlfriend and I aren't married. I don't have kids. I'm not in love with my day job. For some reason, I'm feeling like it's too late, like I need a backup plan. No shit. I find myself Googling stuff like, is 30 years old too old? And pick a subject. Part of me knows it's crazy, but it's taking control of my mojo. This video is from a guy that we shall call the Dude. Thanks for writing me this letter, dude. Well, the end game was totally different in generations past. I mean, let's talk about how it used to be. You grow up, you get a job, you get yourself a wife, you get that nice little house, then you get yourself the kids, then they all grow up, and you wait to become a grandfather and a grandmother, and you want your kids to take over your business, and everybody lived happily ever after like that little house on the prairie. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen anymore. And 30 years old today, in 2015, is actually quite a messed up age to be in when you've realized that everything is about pushing a bunch of buttons, getting a couple of instant reactions, having an abundance of information coming down your personal canal to the point where you get constipated and you don't even know who you are anymore and what the fuck is going on. Although everything looks really bleak right now, I have to tell you that feeling like this at 30 is actually kind of like a blessing in disguise. Because where we are right now in time, everybody is just sick of too much stuff. It's all about the stuff. What you need, you gotta have this or you can't do that. You're nothing if you don't have this, so let me go get that and I'll put all my energy into that materialistic thing that really I'm gonna be a slave to, and then what happens? You do all this for a car so that you can impress a bunch of chicks or yourself or your friends. Those days are gone. Right now, you are in the best position to enlighten your higher self. You need to go out and pretend that you're on a sabbatical and you need to relax. Cut out all the useless feelings and bullshit that is really not going to be part of you feeling better. Put it aside and start to learn. You know, the internet is an absolutely fantastic thing. Everything I know how to do that I learned from my job and my business and my own company has been generated by my own thought saying, I'm going to learn and figure out how to do this and I'm going to do it by tonight. When you do this every night, believe you me, you become a kind of an expert at what it is you're trying to do in a matter of weeks. I'm a very kind of obsessed person where when I start to work on something, I go tunnel vision and I just don't stop until I get it. I suggest that you do the same thing. You're lucky that you have a girlfriend. Right now you don't have the pressure of having any children. And you need to take advantage of this to try and quiet down all the traffic and the useless information that you've been exposed to. We've been exposed to horrific new style marketing that is deeply buried into our subconscious. And I gotta tell you, the effects are not gonna be known for years to come on the poor children that this stuff, that has been exposed to this. Today's generation wants everything now. Today's generation thinks about themselves before they think about the person beside them. Now, I'm sure that there's a lot of you nice people out there who don't maybe agree with that and think, oh, everybody's so nice and I'm nice. You know, I don't do that to people. Well, that's just a percentage of you guys. There's a lot of people out there who need to restructure what it is, the priority of what it is they're thinking. It's all part of education. And when you can't go to school, or when you've already graduated in a particular topic, well, there's another kind of education. The kind of education that lets you navigate through life. You are in charge. You say that you feel that it's time to have a backup plan. Actually, that's really good. Because when you feel backup plan, that means, okay, so maybe you're working for somebody, maybe you feel that the company, you don't have a future in it. Maybe you feel that the company might close down soon. Well, that's okay. But when you come home at night, if you feel that you need a backup plan, then you need to build yourself a backup plan. All the time while you're working and people are working just for money, you got to remember that that could just end one day for many reasons. What you got to do is when you come home at night, you got to start building slowly your real dream. I don't care if it's selling or making Girl Scout cookies, but do something. Because this is time that it's going to pass you by anyways. That you could have been building something that is waiting for you when you're ready to go for it or when you need it most. So, this is it, guy. The dude. I'm sending you positive energy, man. And don't be afraid of the dark, because the dark is actually pretty cool. Learning to navigate through the dark helps you see the invisible. And in order to get happier these days, I will leave you with this. The invisible is what you should really be trying to see. You want to become as original, as calm, and as pure to yourself as you can, because otherwise there is nothing. So I wish you, your girlfriend, your dreams, all the best in the world, because you fucking rock. Thanks for watching Just Ask Momo. Have a great day.